The philosophy of assumed success and definiteness of purpose. Engineer your reality. What if everything you've been told about success is backwards? What if it doesn't start with proof, with evidence, with all the pieces laid out perfectly? What if it begins not with seeing, but with believing? What if it starts, right here, right now, with an assumption? For too long, we've been conditioned to chase external validation, to wait for permission, to seek confirmation that our dreams are even possible before we dare to take the first step. But what if that very waiting, that yearning for external proof, is the exact thing holding you back? What if your life isn't just influenced by your thoughts, but literally bends to your deepest assumptions? Think about it. The titans of industry, the visionaries who reshaped our world, the leaders who stood against the tide, they weren't just lucky. They weren't waiting for a sign from the universe. They were deliberate. They acted as if success was not a distant possibility, but an already accomplished fact. They assumed it. They lived it. They built it. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about mental engineering. It's about upgrading your internal operating system from one of hope to one of certainty. It's about becoming the architect of your destiny, not just a passenger. Welcome to your new reality. Welcome to the philosophy that turns the impossible into the inevitable. Section 1. Assumed success. Engineering belief. Before evidence. This isn't some airy-fairy concept. This is the bedrock of creation. Your mind isn't just a place where thoughts happen. It's the command center of your reality. Every single thing you see around you, from the device you're watching this on to the buildings in your city, began as an unseen thought, an idea, an assumption in someone's mind. And here's the critical distinction. There's a massive chasm between passive hope and assumed success. Hope whispers, maybe someday. Assumed success declares, it is done. Think about Thomas Edison. Do you imagine him tinkering in his lab, hoping against hope that maybe one of his thousands of experiments would work for the light bulb? Absolutely not. He famously said, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work." He didn't hope for a light bulb. He assumed it was possible. He acted as if the solution was already out there, just waiting to be discovered through relentless experimentation. He operated from the certainty of the outcome, not the uncertainty of the process. Consider Henry Ford, who envisioned an affordable automobile, something many of his contemporaries dismissed as a pipe dream. When he announced his intention to build an 8-cylinder engine in a single block, his engineers told him it was impossible. They had never seen it done. It defied conventional wisdom. But Ford didn't waver. He didn't hope they would figure it out. He told them, "Build it anyway." He held the assumption that it could be done, and that unwavering belief compelled his team to push past perceived limitations. They worked tirelessly, experimented endlessly, and eventually the 8-cylinder engine was a reality. When you act as if, you're not just pretending, you're literally creating as if. You're sending a powerful, undeniable signal to your subconscious mind and to the universe itself. This is already my reality. This mindset shift is the very first step in true mental engineering. It's about cultivating a success mindset that doesn't wait for permission, but instead gives itself the green light. It builds mental toughness because it trains your mind to operate from a place of certainty, even when the external world presents challenges. It's the law of assumption in action, and it's how you begin to rewrite your destiny. So here's a powerful question for you right now. What would your life look like if you moved today, right this very moment, like success in your biggest endeavor was already guaranteed? How would you walk? How would you speak? What decisions would you make? Section 2. Definiteness of purpose. The power of unshakable aim. If assumed success is the engine, then definiteness of purpose is the steering wheel, the GPS, the unwavering destination you've programmed into your life's journey. Without it, you're just drifting, powered by potential but lacking direction. There's a world of difference between wishful dreaming, "I wish I were wealthy, I wish I had a better career," and mission-driven purpose. Wishful dreaming is passive, purpose is active. Purpose is a declaration. It's the single undeniable thing that anchors all your assumed success. Clarity, my friend, creates momentum. When you know precisely what you're aiming for, every decision becomes easier. Every obstacle becomes a puzzle to solve, not a reason to quit. Your purpose isn't just a goal, it's your spiritual armor. It protects you from doubt, from distraction, from the negativity of others. It gives meaning to every sacrifice, every late night, every early morning. So how do you forge this unshakable aim? It's simpler than you think, but it requires deep introspection and absolute honesty. Write your purpose in one clear, concise sentence. This isn't a laundry list of desires. It's the core essence of what you are here to achieve, to become, to contribute. For example, instead of, "I want to make a lot of money and be happy," it might be, "My purpose is to innovate sustainable energy solutions that empower communities globally." Or, "My purpose is to inspire millions to unlock their inherent creative genius." Once you have that single sentence, here's the tactic. Read it aloud daily, like a personal creed. Let it resonate in your bones. Let it seep into your subconscious. This isn't just an exercise, it's an act of programming, a daily declaration of your unwavering intent. Look at historical figures like Andrew Carnegie. He didn't just stumble into building one of the greatest steel empires the world has ever seen. He moved with an almost psychic certainty. He operated as if the outcome, his massive success, was predetermined. His purpose was not just to make steel, but to make it more efficiently and affordably than anyone else, transforming industries in the process. He possessed an absolute goal clarity that fueled every single decision, every strategic alliance, every expansion. He understood that wealth building isn't just about financial tactics, it's fundamentally about personal mission. This definiteness of purpose isn't just for the titans of history, it's for you. It's the compass that will guide you through the fog of indecision. It's the North Star for your entire existence. So ask yourself this: if you could only achieve one thing in your entire life, the single most impactful, fulfilling thing, what would make it all worth it? What is that ultimate purpose? Section 3. Repetition, autosuggestion, and faith conditioning. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I really believe it? How do I make this assumed success and definiteness of purpose truly my own? The answer lies in the ancient, yet profoundly powerful, principles of repetition, autosuggestion, and faith conditioning. Understand this. Faith isn't some mystical gift bestowed upon a select few. It is constructed. It is built, brick by brick, through consistent mental and verbal input. Your current identity, the person you believe yourself to be, isn't something you were born with, static and unchangeable. No, your identity is reinforced through daily acts of belief, through the stories you tell yourself, and the words you habitually speak. Your subconscious mind, that incredible supercomputer beneath your conscious awareness, doesn't judge, it simply accepts and acts upon the data you feed it. And the most effective way to program it, to hardwire it for success, is through repetition. When you repeatedly affirm a truth, a belief, or an outcome, it begins to take root, becoming a foundational part of your internal operating system. So, what are the practical tools you can employ right now? First, daily affirmations. These aren't just feel-good phrases, they are potent commands to your subconscious. Instead of saying, "I hope I make a lot of money," you declare, "I am a powerful magnet for wealth and opportunity," or "I am consistently executing my purpose with precision and excellence." Speak them aloud, with conviction, feeling the truth of them in your body. Second, visualization exercises. Close your eyes and vividly imagine your assumed success as already real. See yourself living your purpose. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, smell the scents. Engage all your senses. This isn't fantasy. It's a mental rehearsal, programming your brain to recognize this future as familiar, making it easier to create. Third, and perhaps most crucially, speak from decision, not doubt. When you talk about your goals, use language of certainty. "I am building this. I have achieved that. My purpose is unfolding." Avoid hedging. "I'll try. I hope to. It might happen." Every word you utter is either reinforcing a story of doubt or building a bridge to your desired reality. Remember this power statement: you will never outperform the image you hold of yourself. Your self-image is the thermostat for your life. If you see yourself as small, limited, or unworthy, your results will reflect that. But if you begin to see yourself as the powerful, capable, purpose-driven individual you are meant to be, your actions and consequently your outcomes will inevitably rise to meet that internal standard. This is the essence of building confidence through autosuggestion and overcoming fear by replacing it with an unwavering inner conviction. What words are you programming your mind with every single day? Are they words of limitation or words of limitless potential? Section 4. Burning the bridge. Making retreat impossible. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the truly successful separate themselves from the perpetually aspiring. After you've assumed success, defined your purpose, and reprogrammed your mind, there's one final crucial step: burning the bridge. This means commitment without exits. It means eliminating any back doors, any safety nets, any plan B that might allow you to retreat when the going gets tough. Why is this so vital? Because safety nets, paradoxically, weaken momentum. They provide an unconscious escape route, a whisper in your mind that says, if this doesn't work out, you always have a fallback. And that whisper, however faint, siphons off your absolute, total, unwavering commitment. It prevents you from tapping into that primal human drive that emerges when failure is simply not an option. When you burn the plan B, you force yourself into action from finality, not fear. You're not acting because you're afraid of what might happen if you don't succeed. You're acting with the certainty that success is the only outcome. This isn't recklessness, it's a strategic psychological maneuver. It unleashes a level of resourcefulness and determination that remains dormant when there's an easy way out. Think about the historical figures we've discussed. Did Ford have a plan B if the 8-cylinder engine failed? No. He made it clear it had to work. Did Carnegie have an exit strategy when he invested everything into steel? His focus was singular, absolute. They removed failure as an option from their minds, and in doing so, they compelled the universe to align with their unwavering resolve. They walked like the man who already owns the result. They didn't just try, they did. This commitment is the ultimate test of your assumed success and definiteness of purpose. It's about putting everything on the line, not out of desperation, but out of a deep, unshakable conviction in your ability to create the future you've envisioned. It's about embracing fearless living and taking massive action with unwavering resolve. So here's the challenge. What comfort zone, what perceived safety net do you need to burn so that your true power can finally ignite? What are you holding on to that's secretly undermining your commitment? Section 5. Mastermind Principle. Strategic collaboration with aligned minds. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't just a cliche, it's a fundamental truth, especially when it comes to creating wealth and achieving audacious goals. The mastermind principle recognizes that who you align with is who you become. If you surround yourself with people who doubt, who complain, who see only limitations, you will inevitably absorb that energy. But if you intentionally seek out minds that are aligned with your purpose, your ambition, and your vision of assumed success, something magical happens. Collaboration is exponentially more powerful than isolation. When 2 or more minds come together in a spirit of harmony and shared purpose, a third, invisible force emerges. A collective intelligence, an energy multiplier that transcends the sum of its individual parts. These are purpose-driven friendships and alliances that fuel your growth, challenge your assumptions, and amplify your results. Your instructions for activating this principle are clear and actionable. Build a mastermind group of 2 to 3 people whose purpose aligns with yours, or who are on a similar trajectory of growth and ambition. These aren't just casual friends. These are individuals who are committed to their own success and to supporting yours. Meet weekly, whether in person or virtually. These meetings aren't for idle chatter. They are for sharing challenges, brainstorming solutions, holding each other accountable to your stated goals, and celebrating progress. This strategic collaboration isn't just about bouncing ideas off each other. It's about mutual accountability, shared inspiration, and collective problem solving. It's about leveraging diverse perspectives and strengths to overcome obstacles faster and reach higher levels of achievement than you could alone. This is your success network, your personal board of directors, designed to foster strategic collaboration and build influence. So seriously consider this. Who in your life currently feeds your future, inspiring you, challenging you, and lifting you higher? And, perhaps more importantly, who might be bleeding your energy, holding you back with their doubts or negativity? Section 6, Decisiveness, the elite habit that builds reality. We've talked about belief, purpose, programming, and commitment. Now we arrive at the absolute linchpin of turning all of this into tangible results. Decisiveness. This isn't just a good habit, it's an elite habit that literally builds reality. Most people spend their lives in a state of perpetual indecision, waiting for more information, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for someone else to make the choice for them. But fast decisions build an internal spine. They strengthen your conviction. They train your mind to trust your intuition and your assumed success. Every time you make a swift, firm decision, you reinforce your identity as a powerful creator. Conversely, doubt thrives in delay. Indecision is the breeding ground for fear, or second-guessing, for paralysis. The longer you put off a decision, the more opportunities doubt has to creep in, to whisper its corrosive messages and to erode your confidence. Think about any strong, successful individual you admire. They weren't born with innate power, they cultivated it. And a huge part of that cultivation came from consistently making decisions, even imperfect ones, and then adjusting as they went. Every strong man was once a man who decided. They chose their path, and then they made it work. As the saying goes, most men aren't waiting on opportunity, they're waiting on permission. But when you are operating from assumed success and definiteness of purpose, you don't need permission. You are the authority. You are the architect. So here's your immediate action prompt. Choose one big thing today, just one, and decide with finality. It could be a business move, a personal habit, a conversation you've been avoiding. Don't overthink it. Don't seek endless external validation. Make the decision, and then act as if that decision is already guaranteed to yield the results you desire. This is the essence of personal power and decisive action. It's how you cultivate elite habits that propel you forward. Where in your life are you still hesitating, allowing doubt to fester? And what could truly happen if you just decided? Section 7. Conclusion. From drifter to builder. You've embarked on a journey today. A journey not just through concepts, but into the very core of who you are and who you are capable of becoming. You're not a drifter anymore, tossed about by circumstance or swayed by external opinions. You're not chasing random goals, hoping something will stick. No, from this moment forward, you are a builder. You are constructing your life, piece by piece, from the inside out. We've uncovered the profound truth that your reality isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you engineer. It begins with assuming success before a single shred of evidence appears, understanding that your mind is the ultimate command center. It requires definiteness of purpose, that unshakable aim that guides every step, transforming wishful thinking into mission-driven action. We've learned that faith isn't a gift, it's a construction, built through the deliberate power of repetition and autosuggestion. You have the ability to reprogram your identity, to rewrite the stories you tell yourself, and to manifest the image you hold within. And then we face the ultimate commitment, burning the bridge, eliminating retreat as an option, unleashing a primal, unstoppable force of focused action. Beyond yourself, we've recognized the exponential power of the mastermind principle. The strategic collaboration with aligned minds, creating an energy multiplier that accelerates your journey. And finally, we've cemented it all with decisiveness, the elite habit that carves your assumed success into the fabric of reality. The future doesn't belong to the lucky. It doesn't belong to the talented, or the well-connected, or those who simply wait for their turn. The future belongs to the deliberate. It belongs to those who decide, who assume, who act, and who persist with an unwavering certainty. So let's declare this truth together, not as a whisper, but as a roaring affirmation of your power. I act from decision. I walk like it's done. I speak like it's finished. Remember, you don't become great. You simply remember you already are. All the power, all the potential, all the genius you need to create your wealthiest reality is already within you. It's time to unleash it. If this message resonated deep within you, if something ignited, if you felt that spark of recognition, don't let this moment fade. This isn't just another video. It's an invitation to step into your power. Hit that like button right now to affirm your commitment to yourself and to this philosophy. Then, comment below with one single, decisive action you're making today based on what you've learned. What bridge are you burning? What purpose are you declaring? What assumption are you owning? Share it, commit it, and let the universe witness your declaration. And finally, if you're serious about engineering your reality, about mastering your mindset and achieving true financial freedom and purpose, then subscribe to this channel. Join our growing community of deliberate creators, and let's build extraordinary lives together. You are the author. Now, go write the future you were born for. See you next time.